Last session, Avant Garde was forcefully teleported into a strange shadowy plane. There, you fought souls claimed by Isildur. These entities attempted to defend their phylactery and spilt forth constantly. You all were able to deal with them fairly rapidly, and eventually, through Seer, were able to fully destroy the phylactery, crushing it within your fingers. With Isildur's phylactery destroyed, his immortality sundered, you now know and remember that all he has left to him are all five of the major books of chaos, the power and the desire to control the power of the god of tyranny, Bane, and to retake the ancient mountain that the Empire of Dawn once failed to take. You all teleported across the continents, visiting all the different Jads, collecting them, and bringing them forth to the mountain, bolstering your numbers and your forces. Where we last left off, most of you slept, peaceful, dreamless, all except Belric, who continued reading the book in an attempt to bolster his charisma. And that's where we begin the session. The sun rises over the valley. You can hear distant trumpets beating, drums beating. As the military complex, the fortress of Terra Nok, awakens, with the citadel at the top of the mountain, and all armies within the kingdom and allies elsewhere flock to its defense to ensure Isildur does not gain what he seeks. You all awaken, looking at each other. All of you are fairly well rested, except for Belric, who has some pretty sizable uh, bags under his eyes as he's furiously reading. Uh, we'll begin the session here.
Okay. My HP returns normal, right? From the effects from the life drain from the shadows.
Oh, sorry about that. Actually, no.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
so actually, as you awaken from your long rest, um, you do not gain your hit points back. In fact, I will need you to. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. Who else is cursed in this way? There's a couple of you.
What's the curse?
I was.
Uh, Faradir's missing some max hit points.
So it's
Looks like.
Faradir, Belric, and Gamesh, I believe.
Yeah, that
I'm
tracks.
yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the three. Each of you is going to lose 10 hit points off your max hit point.
Even further?
Yes.
That's crazy.
You're gonna
As
die of
seemingly
that.
you are all still cursed.
Can Thera do a medicine check on her party members that look like shit right now? See if she could figure out what's up.
Or an Arcana check to see if
Make
Greater
a,
Restoration will do it.
I would allow both of those.
Alright, I'll do a medicine.
Regardless, I still took a long rest, so
28.
28. They are most definitely still cursed. You get the sense that while it's not whatever these soul creatures were, they were not full souls. They were a combination of them, and they split apart to embed some of themselves within a few of your allies. You get the sense that they are technically possessed, and that these souls are still within them, slowly siphoning out their life force and, well, attempting to get themselves new bodies.
And would remove curse fix that up?
Oh, surely, yes.
Okay, I'd like to cast remove curse on all 3 of them.
Okay. You can remove curse more than one target with the same spell, right?
No, I have to use 3 spell slots.
Okay.
Thank you, Sarah.
Use my 3 third levels and just give them all a nice pat on the back and basically just shove those souls out of them.
Yeah. Your delusions fade. Your max hit points are returned, so you can now go back up to your max hit points. And 3 small little dark shadows emanate from your mouths as they just fade up into the sky and disappear.
you guys do that right as you see Gamesh, as he holds like a mouse that's still squirming in his hands, and he's about to bite it. That was my curse. To survive, I must eat little creatures that are still alive.
Yep.
How many
How did you
mice
get a
have
mouse?
you eaten so far?
Do you really want to know? I'll give you an answer right now.
Yes.
Gamesh is a hungry guy. Oh, just one.
As the
Make a note of
delusion
that.
fades, you feel a pit in your stomach as you're suddenly very conscious of the fact that there is a mouse corpse somewhere within your anatomy right now, being consumed by yourself.
Skeleton.
He just runs off, probably to a corner, and starts yakking.
That can't be the worst thing you've ever eaten.
It's honestly, I don't know, a live mouse.
Yeah, but like it's food in a way, you know?
I can feel it squirming in my stomach.
It's surely dead by now.
You'll feel it.
You do throw up, and as you do, it's mostly digested. So it's like bones, a little bit of hair and flesh.
Oh, I'm sure.
Shit.
It's the idea of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
it definitely is the idea of like, oh, I just
Just the
No.
idea.
that's the
A live
worst
mouse.
of that.
Terrible.
Ozzy Osbourne, the fucking rat dog. That's crazy.
Yeah. At least you didn't roll an 8. That would be crazy.
If I ate 8 of them, oh man.
You know what would be even worse?
What?
If it was still alive.
Yeah, if it was in there, you saw like the tail wiggling.
Yeah, the death throes as it comes back up.
Sarah would cast banishment on Gamesh, and then he would leave, and all of the rats would stay.
He would come back in a minute.
Yeah, but
This
we would
is
get rid
his
of
complaint.
them first, so they
Well,
weren't there when he came
here's the
back.
thing. When you're banished, you still
Fair
keep
enough.
everything you're holding, or carrying, I would
But
assume
it only
that
sends one creature.
yeah,
They're
but
not creatures anymore. They're
at that
objects.
at that
If they
point
were
they're
still
inside of
alive,
him.
though, they would be creatures.
No, these are
Mm,
like death throws.
I would. Here's the thing. At that point, I would say
I
they're
love the fact
objects.
they don't
I
know.
would say they're objects.
If they're inside of
Well-
another creature,
They're an object.
they're an
I'll still
object.
banish Gamesh anyway, just for fun.
this it's
So,
good to-
all right. So then,
He would
so then that's a
absolutely not
ruling.
pass a saving throw.
Yes, it's important that this
So-
is a ruling that
so-
will be held from now on. Is if you are inside of a creature, you are an object. Okay.
Okay. So that means if someone
Spells
gets
affect
swallowed by a
creatures
dragon,
cannot
a
affect
purple
you.
worm, or anything of the sort, and we cast banishment, we
I
are
will-
not getting our friend back.
No, you're not. I mean,
No.
granted, both of you are incapacitated, so I don't think you would be taking
But
damage at the
That
time.
would also mean, like, if you got eaten by a Tarask, nobody could cast spells on you to get you out
Nope.
or
But
to
you-
hurt you.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's a way that you could play this, but like it'd have to be really weird.
You know what you do? Animate objects.
Animate object.
That's crazy.
See, I-
Must proceed past this.
See, I was thinking of a Warforged and then like a tiny creature.
Hmm.
I mean,
We gotta
warforgeds are
move
technically
on.
creatures.
Exactly. So
Okay,
if the
let's
tiny
move
creature
on.
goes inside of the Warforged, it's an object.
We gotta move on. I agree with Laura. We gotta move on.
So-
we'll be here all day. We'll
We have
discuss
a
this
lich
ruling
to
at another
kill.
time.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. Okay. No one's cursed anymore. Gamesh threw up. He's not. He does not have a mouse inside of his digestive tract now.
Anymore. No.
Exactly. I got
He's
rid of
right
Jimmy.
at the wrongs.
Hmm.
So what are we doing?
Yes.
So, I imagine you exit out of the room. You find your many allies have all kind of convened together. Early morning meeting. You are all invited. There is an attendant sent to fetch you as you make your morning preparations, finish your morning meal. Heading over to a standard war room, you find a wide assortment of allies you've met, people you've brought here. All of the Jads are here. You can see Adril, Adler. You can see the King, the Lord Commander. The leaders of the Thieves Guild. So many individuals that you've met on these journeys. There is a quick introduction of newfound compatriots. The Jads introduce themselves, their abilities. So, Avant-Garde. Now that we have a good assortment of allies, we need to discuss the actual defensive operations of the mountain.
That we do.
Adriel, Cassell, you had some opinions on the magic that Isildur will be using to try to take the mountain, correct? Yes, we do. So, me and Cassell have been workshopping ideas. One thing we know is the spell Proctif's Move Mountain typically has a range. If he gets within line of sight of the mountain itself, there is a chance he could just take it while we are still on it. Which is not good. That would basically mean we lose if he gets within a mile or so of the mountain. Which means we need to be flying towards his Flying City, or Flying Mountain, I should say, before this all kicks off.
Yeah, his flying teleporting mountain.
Yes. There is one hiccup in this, but it's untested. Cassell kind of intervenes. You can see Gar is currently sitting on a small little pillowcase right next to him, and he kind of like puts his hand on like the back of Gar's skull and kind of like almost as a comforting thing, as they are, friends. I have been privy to information about the mountain, as I'm sure most of you know. This site is home to a planar portal to the astral plane. There is a chance that might interrupt the casting of Proctive Smooth Mountain. I don't know. It would line up with historical records. The Empire of Dawn cleared the mountain back in the day. They pretty much had full control over it. My thought is, why didn't they cast this when they killed all the original inhabitants? Maybe they couldn't.
Based off my connection with like the planar portals, does that feel right? I may not know like per details, but does it feel like based off of just like my connection with it, or in like the knowledge of the Zemajad that I have? Would that seem accurate?
Roll a d20.
About I would say if I would know, I would know, but
Just roll a
Similarly,
d20.
does that line up with like magical theory?
just a straight D20.
Straight d20. You can make an Arcana check if you want, Seer.
Oh no.
I'd like
Is this a skill check? Nah, I'm not using any skills, so never mind.
It's. I mean, the logic of it makes sense.
Okay.
You've not dealt with the portals in a way of like, how do you move a planar portal? Like that is not
Yeah.
a feature that has come up in your journey.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
But Seer, well,
I'm a
you
magical
also
genius.
Yeah, you are a magical genius at this moment. The logic of it makes perfect sense. This is a place that is intrinsically tied to another space. To move a planar portal would be the most powerful spell ever. There would be like a permanent portal would be so intrinsically difficult to move that it makes sense that the spell would not work on the mountain initially. There would have to be some sort of disconnect of the astral plane to this mountain.
Okay.
And as you're logicking this out, you feel this like spark of, you don't know if Usador knows this. All of his plans have talked about ripping the mountain from its base and then wielding a portal. If the portal can't move, he might not know.
Okay. Before I share this information with the group, I'm going to cast anti-magic field, and we're all going to gather in it, and then I'm going to share something. Is that all right with everybody? It is a
I
10-foot
don't think
sphere.
we'll get everybody in there, or at least
It's a
get most.
10-foot radius sphere, so it's a 20-foot sphere.
Oh, okay, twice 20 foot. Okay, I always thought it was
Okay.
smaller.
Everyone gathers in. It is a very, very tight space.
I cast an 8th level
Yeah.
spell.
You have like this is literally like most people you've met. There's easily 30 people here. They
And
all
now, if
squeeze
any
it like
of them are
literally.
shapeshifters, they revert to their true form.
oh, this is actually. I have to look up something. Hold up.
Oh my!
It's not a bad thing. Stradavan is here.
Oh,
Well,
well,
I announced what spell I was casting. He can choose not to be in this.
It's just I
that
need to
would
know if
be
it's a
interesting.
spell because I know like they have a shape changing ability.
No,
That's
well, shape change
Yeah.
isn't a spell. It's a magical effect.
change shape magically polymorphs. It says magically.
It's
Yeah,
bad,
it's not a spell though.
but it is not anti-spell field.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
he
yeah.
will revert into his
It
natural
spells
form.
and-
Because like he
spells
wants to
and
hear
other
this.
magical effects.
Like this has to do with
Except,
a thing that he is protecting for a very long time.
yeah.
So, he'll just be like the shield over all of you, basically. Like he's
Okay.
so massive that like his head kind of like comes into the
His
space.
head
and
is in the field.
His ear is the only thing that's in there.
Yeah.
No, he the entirety of him is. Wait, how
We
is
all
it a
go
radius?
outside.
Is it a radius?
Yes.
Oh, he's on the ceiling.
Okay.
He just
We all go
clings from the
outside.
ceiling like he's upside down.
We go to the roof.
Either that or he's flying. Like he will be in this
Yeah.
if he has to be.
Yeah. Yeah, so Seer casts anti-magic field, so that way, you know, people can't listen in. And also in case any of you guys were spies for Isildur, your
Says the
seeming
per-
would have dropped.
Says the main person that could have been the spy.
Yeah, but like, I guess you'll never know if I am the spy or not because I take such intense measures to root out other spies.
We never will know.
But I'm
We
the one
never
taking
will
those efforts, so
We'll never truly know.
no. No, but now I share the information about how you can't move the portal because you can't move the astral plane, which means you can't move the mountain unless the portal and the mountain aren't connected. And then I say the stuff about Isildur might not know that, but we do.
You hear a voice kind of like cut through the darkness because it is at this point it is like darker now because there's a giant dragon blocking all the light. You see little Aurora, who is just this 16-year-old like farm girl, like looks up at the dragon towering over her. Well, the only one I know who could move a portal would probably be Graylin, correct?
Pretty much.
You've I'm trying to think who would actually say this. This is actually
Thera's
probably
gonna...
yeah, you can go.
Sorry, Thera would say, I could find out what he knows and what he doesn't.
You see
Well,
Adler
probably.
Adler looks at you. You can see.
Well, I could ask.
I do it.
I could cast commune.
I don't
Okay.
think she can do it inside the circle though, can she?
No,
Not inside the
No.
circle.
She'd have to leave it, but she could ask her god if Isidore knows this stuff. It's not a guarantee that her god would know if he does or not, but you know, information from a
How would
deity
her
is usually
god
pretty
know?
solid. Gods know lots of stuff.
Gods do, but like,
But when an entity gets powerful enough, they can
Isn't-
hide things from gods.
What's the cleric spell that can block people from perceiving into a space?
Sanctuary?
No, sanctuary is.
It's the one that
different.
Therox
Hollow,
has, I believe.
is it
right?
hollow?
Hollow, I
Is it-
think you can prevent divination magic.
Yeah.
There's
the
a
only two I could think
paladin
of.
spell, I think, called, or no, it's a wizard spell. It's called non-detection.
Hmm.
I
I
don't think clerics get that though, but it basically hides you from all divination magic, I think. Or it makes you immune to all divination, including like spells being cast around you and stuff.
That's a touch spell, so it'd have to be only on one creature.
Yeah.
I'm looking more for
But
an
you
area
know,
of effect.
deities that are super powerful are usually of interest to gods, so maybe Saloon's been peeking in, seeing what he's up to. Couldn't hurt to ask.
Couldn't hurt. That's true, unless Isildur is spying on us, but we'll never know. No, it's genuinely a good idea.
Yeah, I can pop up a quick commune, get 3 yes or no questions.
The only
But
I forgot it's a ritual spell. I don't even have to spend spell slots for
Yeah.
this.
Adler will say the only issue I have with it is if we are in this. He kind of looks again up at Stratavan, the massive dragon, circle to avoid being detected. If you exit the
know.
circle and commune, what if he's watching them? That's the only issue I have. Well, there is ways to see scrying orbs.
Speaking of which, I'll step out of the circle
Hmm.
and I'll use see invisibility.
Okay.
Lasts for an hour.
The moment you don't see anything. Well, the only problem is if he is spying on us, he's most likely. It might take a few moments for him to realize who to spy on in order to get visage. It's not an immediate thing.
Has he met Thera?
I don't think so.
No.
If he hasn't met
And they don't
Thera,
like to talk about her. Oh,
if he hasn't met her, Gamesh, stay outside. If you see an orb pop up in the middle of it, we can stop the spell, all right?
And
Got
a
it.
little metagamey. It's gonna be very hard to scry on Thera because it's a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm. Also, it does take 10 minutes to set up the scry spell. So
Yeah.
if we do this within 10 minutes, he shouldn't be able to take a look at us.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
can't scry
so,
on me right now
Before
anyway.
I cast it, what questions do we want to have asked? They have to be yes or no, or answered with like a vague phrase or something.
okay.
Does Isildur know that planar portals cannot be moved? Well, that's one. That's the main question.
Yeah. 2. Is Isildur planning? Because Graylin's in a really bad spot. Is Isildur planning to use Graylin to move the portal?
That's a follow up. So yes, honestly. So the first one is So with that first question, does he know the planar portals cannot be moved? If the answer is yes, he does know that. Then the second question would be, is he planning to use Graylin to move or disable the portal temporarily? And the third would be,
If it's a maybe.
if it's a maybe or a yes, then it'd be, how is he planning to use Graylin to move the portal?
That's not a yes or no question.
Oh yeah. Damn. Does
Um,
does he have a plan to use Graylin to move the portal?
but that's the second question.
Yeah.
Um,
Technically,
I'm trying to think of
Disregard
You
it,
what
can
but
speak to a
information.
cosmic deity. It does have to be a yes or no question.
That's because it's listen, we're lucky we can understand that much.
Exactly. It's like you could
Uh
speak to this like cosmic being behind beyond your comprehension, but you gotta whittle it down to yes or no, otherwise it'll explode your brain.
yes, no, maybe.
pretty
Um
much.
so the answer is like maybe if the answer to the second question is yes. Um like can we prevent it? Because if the answer to that is no, that tells us a lot.
I mean, well, the answer to preventing it is going to be stopping him in general.
I'm sorry?
I mean, wouldn't the answer to that be like just stopping him in general?
Well, like can we prevent him separating the plane from the mountain?
Okay.
Because if we can't, then we're just gonna have to deal with him teleporting the mountain away from under us.
I mean, okay. That works for me.
I don't know. I'm just trying. I don't know.
I mean, realistically, I mean, we're not going to get too like extreme of answers here. So there's only so many ways we
Exactly.
can phrase this. So I think those three questions work.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll whip up a commune.
Okay. First question.
Does Yseldorn know that planar portals can't be moved?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Okay. That's not the answer I wanted. Um,
Is he planning to use Graylin to move the
is
portal?
is he planning to use Graylin to move the portal or disable it?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Does he have a plan to disconnect the portal?
Yes.
Oh,
All right,
no.
there. That's the end of the commune. So he's not using Graylin, but he does have a plan.
Okay. How do you disconnect a portal?
You see, like a lot of the individuals are like, especially the non-magic individuals are like looking at each other and then looking towards like Gamesh and like all of the Jads that are, visibly
Yeah.
here. I don't know.
We couldn't even disconnect a portal.
Well,
We can close it from one side.
so let me think. You hear Alcanelos say. So we know that Graylin has protected the portals. They're not his creations, though. Maybe there's another way to move them that other than him.
Okay.
Just as a note, I tried a divine intervention, didn't work.
Gotcha.
Remind me. Can you remind me what the Books of Chaos do?
Um,
Damn.
I can.
The Scribble King. Shit, I forgot.
So, Scribble King was a divination book.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For writing specific amounts of names in it, it gives you divination abilities. So he's only had the book. Well, I should say the book is awakened because he has all 5 of the books of chaos. You don't necessarily know what its last feature does, but
Okay.
essentially it gives him powerful divination abilities.
Okay.
You know, to spy on
So it
people,
might,
scribe.
or that might be how he knows.
Yeah.
It's a very smart book. The Fall of Lords um, is the one that he got in Midas that allows him to summon shadow demons.
Hmm.
That's how he's been able to summon, shadow demons in many of your fights against him. Just allows him to just, summon them as an action. Golden Life gives him money, but also allows for an individual to seemingly use a small portion or the entirety of the money given instead to summon a demon from the demon table. These are all the
Interesting.
basic features. These are without their pure forms, essentially, once all the
Yeah.
books are together under the same banner, under the same person. King's Corruption allows you to psychically enthrall someone, and that person then gives you basic immortality. You do have about, I believe it is an hour of unconsciousness, and then you reawaken until you're killed again, essentially. But you always come back, as long as that other person's alive.
We're
The
on
font
the
of
same plane as you.
yes, the font of power, specifically, originally gave a person an additional 9th level spell. You do know that the feature of having the font of power and every other book of chaos gives them the ability to bypass the limitations on the weave and gives them spell slots for 10th, 11th, and 12th level spells.
What was I about to say?
After another long rest, so like tomorrow in game, we could find out more about planar portals specifically through legend
Yeah.
lore if I prepare that.
That's
I'm
Yeah.
trying.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Do we know how the portals came into being?
Like, I'm trying to think. If I were to disconnect a portal, how would I do it?
well,
Like,
you see Arcanolo's kind of things.
A
When
really good dispel magic.
when Gamesh, you brought us to Dwenwil, we saw the locations of every planar portal. They were mapped out by dwarves there. There was something that caught my eye. One portal that didn't exist when the dwarves of Dwenwil made their map. It was the portal to Bane's personal plane, just outside of Halak Harif. We know of the Blackened Pit. That one spawned at the beginning of the Dawn War.
So what? Was Bane a god at that time?
Yes, 100%.
He was.
Yeah.
I was like, did he come into power around that time, or was he already an existing god?
He was already an existing god.
Okay.
Orkanos will say, from what we know of that time, the mountain was under attack, and then no one knows how, but it was Graylin, god of planar magic, that kept and was tasked with keeping the gods off the material plane to ensure that we were protected from their might and their wars. When Bane came through, that all came to an end. Every god came through at once. After that.
Okay. And we do know that he does plan on becoming a god.
Yes. He
Where-
seemingly has the ability to cast the most powerful
Oh,
spell in existence. Anytime.
then would it be enough of a powerful entity moving through a portal would be enough to disrupt it? Because that's the main thing is powerful entities can't just freely move through the portals.
Maybe. Maybe they're just. Let me roll something real fast for.
They could just be so powerful that they can cast magic high enough level to like move the mountain and not the portal, or move the portal with the mountain. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, that's possible.
Because here's
Bane,
the thing: because he's not disconnecting the portal from the mountain.
Bane. Here's the thing. Bane coming through. He tore a hole in the plains himself. Before that, there's no actual portal to Bane's homeland. Maybe it's just gateways of where creatures have come through before. Powerful ones, at least.
Okay, so then for all we know, his plan could be, I guess, going through the portal.
With the power of God of Bane.
God. Yeah.
Maybe that's. You might be around to something. Maybe he just needs to step through the portal. If that's the case, then I think Avant Garde should be at the top of the mountain. Close enough to the portal to defend it.
Can we? There's no way we can close this portal, right?
Many eyes turn to Gamesh.
I could try, but like I said, even for the rest of the yachts, when we close the portal, it's not like fully closing a door. We just close the entry from one side, and so far that side has been coming from the plane to the material plane. I don't know if we can close it the other way around. But I can try.
Of all of us, you have the strongest connection with Graylin. Perhaps that'll be enough.
You got this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've got this.
it. Who said that? That was
That was the Tybashad.
yeah.
No, not
Ahimbo.
Tybashad. Visashad, yeah. The
Yeah,
himbo.
basically, yeah. Ahimbo.
Resident himbo.
All right.
I believe in you.
I appreciate it. All right. So now we know another step of his plan.
At least as much as we can surmise without being him.
All right.
Does this sound like something he would do? This sounds like something he would do.
What? Get the power of a god and then do what gods do to prove his power.
Yeah.
So, do we know how he plans to attain Bane's power?
Casting. All he has to do is cast the spell. He has all the material components.
Okay. He just has to cast a spell. Bane doesn't have to be present or anything.
No, so the way that history writes the spell, it was only cast one time. Karsus took the power of Mystra, god of magic,
Uh,
and just didn't know how to
Yeah.
control the weave.
Yeah.
But Isildur has been in contact with Bane, at least for a very long time. The exact number and timeline of it is up in the air, but it seems that he has talked with Bane at the very least and has told him of the plans, which would lead to probably some teaching on his behalf. So
Bane is okay with his. That's an interesting deal.
tyranny.
Yeah. Bane has something else planned. Is just the funny thing.
Probably.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, yeah, I'm just gonna let you use my power to do what you got to do, Val. Like, yeah.
You do know the spell. It's not known exactly how long the spell lasts, but it's assumed not infinite. The spell, the weave did return at
Yeah.
some point. So,
And Carson turned into a big blob of
well, he
flesh. I
was
remember.
frozen in a statue that then formed around the heart. Oh, it became the heart of Tarask. So,
I could have swore that at least in Faerun, like, let's just if I'm mistaken, I could have swore didn't he turn into like a blob of mass of just like flesh
he
and
could
sinew
have.
stuff? If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what happened to him.
That sounds a lot like Critical Role Season 2 for some reason.
No, I got this from Mr. Rex.
I'll have to rewatch that. I
Yeah,
thought I remember hearing that he turned to stone. Well, in any case, in this universe, he turned to stone.
yeah,
That was
right.
just fizzling out raw weave energy, the wild magic,
Yeah.
and was just formed the heart of the Tarask because the spell uses Tarask blood.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just nerding. I apologize.
Oh, you're good. We love nerding out.
All right.
We don't play this game to not be nerds.
Honestly,
Valid.
it is who
All
we are.
valid. It is the crux
Question.
of the entire campaign. The group.
So, we're not wanting to fight Usador at the mountain, right?
At his mountain?
Yeah.
I
Or,
mean,
like at the mountain he
realistically,
wants to take.
no. I mean, we might
'Cause I think
have to.
that's where I previously set up the Hallow spell.
No, then you set it up in the right spot
Okay.
You
because
set it up.
he wants
Someone
to.
said we didn't want to go there. Because
Well,
he would just
yeah,
split.
yeah. Well, yeah, because he if we are correct, then that means his plan is to get to the city, walk through the portal to the astral plane, and with enough power, with the amount of power he'll have, that will disrupt it long enough for him to move the whole mountain.
Presumably.
Presumably, if we are correct. I always forget the name of the city. It's hello?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, Hildol.
Hildal. Yeah. You were close.
Hildol. Okay. Okay.
I remembered it started with an H.
Yeah, I always know it starts with H.
That was
I keep wanting to say Hilda. All right. So we have a rough idea of what his goal is.
Did I ever give you the names of the other named portals?
You gave me a couple of them as I came in close proximity to them.
Okay.
I
do have names for them. They're all in like. They're kind of interesting.
Let me see. I want to say I wrote them down. I have so many notes. I don't.
There's a lot.
I got the portal to Wolf Slayer in the Abyss.
Which is you have the name the original name.
No, I think you just pretty much gave me tell me where they led to.
I gotcha. I'd say this is information that being, you know, Zemajad and like seeing all these portals, and your tie to Graylin, you probably would know some of the names.
Are we okay? Sorry, I keep looking at so many spells and getting random thoughts. The spell Forbiddance says that it fucks with portals. Could that help us?
Is that a cleric spell?
Yeah, it's you can't planar travel into the area
I mean,
via a bunch of different planes, and you can't use portals or teleportation within the area. I don't know if that would actually help him, if that would like disable this portal essentially, or if it would just prevent anyone from going through it.
or
What level
use
spell is it?
portals.
It's
Interesting.
a 6th level spell.
Forbidden
It would
Swear?
disable gate spell.
Yeah, it disables gate, and other and like
Make
plane
a-
shift.
You
If you
could-
want, one of you can
you
make an
could-
Arcana check.
You break a war against a magical spell that produces a 40,000 plus
I'll
creatures
cast
can't
guidance on
teleport into the
Seer.
area or use portals, such as those created by the gate spell to enter the area. I don't think it would affect the actual planar portal itself because this isn't created by the gate spell. This is
It
like a
says it
rift
also
in
proofs
the.
against planar travel, prevents creatures from accessing by way of the astral plane, ethereal plane, or plane shift.
30.
Wait, I haven't rolled guidance. 31.
31.
I'm not sure it would
Um,
help
Interesting.
at all, but I just was reading through my spells and I was like, hey, portals.
So,
Just the way that it's worded, I don't think that it would relate to the
The-
actual portal itself.
the portal to the astral plane is different from the gate spell and other types of portaling spells in the world. This is a place that is essentially a rift between space and dimension that connects two planes together, and is intrinsically far more powerful and wild.
Fair enough. I'll cross that off of my spell list.
Doesn't mean
Yeah.
that it couldn't help. It would enable,
Yeah.
it would make it so that no one could teleport into the space, which would help if, someone wanted to just say, cast the gate spell into
Yeah,
the
we've
area,
already
just be right
got
next to the portal.
a 120-foot sphere that can't be teleported into from Hollow.
Hmm.
So if we wanted to make it a 200 by 200 foot square, we could do Forbiddance.
That might
But
be nice.
Hollow,
What?
yeah, it would prevent a lot of Seer's stuff. Hollow doesn't prevent Seer's stuff. Forbiddance would,
That's a
because you
good
wouldn't
point.
be able to cast any conjuration spells really.
She wouldn't.
I mean, you could, but
Do you
your
bring this
summons
up at
would
the
take
meeting?
a lot of damage.
No, but
Yeah, we're
I
all
thought-
spitballing.
You're all spitballing. As you mentioned this spell, there are enough clerics within Renkdent and the Citadel. Maybe we could at least get a space surrounding the top of the mountain, so that they can't just teleport behind us.
Teleports behind you, nothing personal, kid.
Make it so they have to fight their way, or at least fly
Good
their
job.
way to the top of the mountain. That would increase our defensive capabilities. if it's true and Isildur has to make his way to the mountain, it's best we get as much of this defended as possible.
Nothing
Because
personal.
he's not
kid.
going to just walk in here alone. This is Adler saying this. I've seen enough of his armies in Pale Light, and I've heard enough about what's happened in Karrak. There's going to be a lot coming at us.
There's okay, so there's kind of a way to protect Seer stuff if Graham rules that as you summon a creature, you can tell it to say a password. But that would be kind of a ruling on how summoning works.
Let me read Forbiddens for the third time.
Because it says when
You-
a creature
Well-
speaks a password as it enters the area, it takes no damage. So
Well,
if
all
Seer
she
were
would
to
have to
cast it
do is
beforehand,
no. All
or
she would have to, all you have to do is not use like whatever type of creatures that like you designate out of the ones on the list. So you just have to pick one that she could summon. Then they wouldn't have to worry about the
well,
damage.
she summons fiends, and a lot of
And Fae.
Isildur's stuff is fiends.
I was
She can summon Fae, too.
Fae
You
and
could summon
aberrations.
Yeah,
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 some
I
aberrations.
I could let you.
I
keep
summoned
Fae
so
and
many more
aberrations.
aberrations. than I
Aberrations
summoned
actually aren't even an
fiends.
option.
Yeah,
though.
they're
Those
not
are
even on the
perfectly
list.
safe.
You have summoned Warforged, right?
Me?
So-
No.
Yeah. No?
Someone
Sentia
ha-
does?
Cynthia has
Yeah,
accurate.
No, she has some in Warforged, I think.
Well, she
Is
also
that
has
a
some
spell?
Spirit.
That's a custom one for her.
Yeah, I made summon
Oh.
Warforged.
Interesting.
That typing you would allow you to summon
Yeah,
them,
so
I
I'd
believe.
probably want to block fiends, but I could leave Fae and,
I'll
and
just-
aberrations are already safe. So
Yeah, I'll just summon my
Fiends and
aberrations.
Undead.
yeah. Okay,
Fiends,
so yeah, if we
Undead.
wanted a bunch of clerics to forbade the mountain,
Yeah. It would
Let's
take
do
10
it.
minutes,
Could-
but like
it would take 10 minutes and so much money.
this would have to be cast most likely.
Our
Oh,
money.
it's a lot of money.
It's
Well,
1,000
here's the
gold
thing.
per casting.
The kingdom is currently being run by the Thieves Guild. So,
So true. They'll give us anything.
which means there's a lot of money that they're like, just throw it at the problem. When the king
I
comes
mean,
back,
honestly,
like there's a lot of coffers that are being emptied into this endeavor. They're like, okay, it's either now or never. Either, you know,
this or we all die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't shell out now, there won't be a kingdom to recover.
Also, good news, Seer, it doesn't prevent you from teleporting once you're in the area, you just can't teleport into the area.
yes.
Nice.
Once you're inside, you can bamp around all you want.
I'll be back in a second, okay? Sorry.
Alrighty.
I have so many spells that I've been reading so intently, trying to figure out how the fuck I can help us. Because Faradir, she could hit things with a sword. Farah can actually do shit.
We just have to kill Usador the moment he's ascending into godhood.
Yeah,
dies
yeah, easy, easy.
permanently.
For sure.
I mean, we can kill him. We can kill him before he sends the godhood now. Now that he doesn't have phylactery.
Assuming he has made no more thralls.
I also had an idea
Assuming.
to cast Glyph of Warding and basically have greater invisibility on one of us that nobody has to concentrate on. It just lasts a full minute. So somebody would be invisible for like the whole fight. Mebehi has a cloak of invisibility and has like a bajillion to stealth, so I don't think it would help her. But I was thinking maybe
Me.
Belric.
Oh, Belric is a good choice.
Yeah,
Just
because I
give her
can fly
advantage on
too.
every single attack.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I
for
don't
me.
know. I
And
don't
he
think
can't
it
be
would.
targeted by line of sight spells or anything.
I'd be highly surprised if Usildur didn't have true sight.
He might, but like the minions probably wouldn't.
Oh yeah, the minions surely wouldn't. Usildur himself, he almost. I will put like my whole next paycheck that
Oh
he
yeah,
has true
for
sight.
sure. He's got like
yeah, he
true
has
sight,
to.
blind sight, all that good stuff.
He's got omnipotent sight or whatever the fuck.
Man, he probably has thermal vision, supervision,
Yeah, right.
X-ray vision, like
Yeah,
like
X-ray. For sure.
He's
What's
like,
he
I can
looking
smell your
at?
pheromones. It's like, what?
Yeah,
What weirdo? Calm down.
yeah. Are they telling you to back off?
Yeah. So far we have Hallow in one
Like,
area
okay.
where nobody can teleport in that area. And then we're gonna Forbiddance where nobody can teleport into those areas but can then teleport once they're inside, and they'll take damage if they're a fiend or undead. And then I could Glyph of Warding
I'm just gonna leave that to you
Belric.
to keep track of.
I'm keeping track of it. I've got a notepad open. I could also cast Symbol,
Uh-oh.
which would be
She got
if
notes going.
yes, I have a checklist here. I could cast Symbol, which would be an area that is like it's a surface no larger than 10 feet in diameter, but whenever it's activated, it activates in an area of I think it's a 60-foot radius or something. Let me figure out where it is. Yeah, 60-foot radius sphere, and it lasts for 10 minutes. And it could be the three that I had options that I have is I could stun creatures, I could make it so they can't attack people or use harmful abilities against other creatures, or I could make them not be able to take actions at all. But I don't think I can specify. Let me see if I can specify creatures that aren't affected. I think it's just anyone in that area.
I can throw rocks at him.
But the problem with Symbol
I
is
can
they have
throw
to
rocks
like.
and I can teleport him somewhere.
I think
What
with Symbol I
happens
can
if I-
either remotely detonate it or they have to step on it.
I think you can create triggers for it, can't you? I'm pretty sure you can
so
create triggers
approaching
for
within a
Symbol.
certain distance of it, I could have that be the trigger on it. Okay, I can specify creatures that don't trigger it, but any creatures in it will be affected. And then also any creature that enters
Why
the
the
sphere or
fuck
starts
is
their turn
everything-
there would be affected. So in the area where the Hallow is, I could also have the Symbol
Oh,
affect that
no.
whole area. Or at least part of it. Whoop, someone died. Gamesh died! Seer, do you know if fiends have high charisma?
I would assume they do.
That's what
At
I'm
least,
thinking
at
as
least devils
well.
would have high charisma. I think probably not
no.
demons.
Yeah, so I don't think hopelessness would be a good option because it's a charisma save, but the stun is wisdom and the insanity is intelligence. The other ones are like con, and I know that's not going to be viable. Also, welcome back, Kamish.
Yeah. My network is going in and out. Seems stable at the moment.
Yeah, so I could set this
have
thing up
a-
as well in advance. It only takes a minute to cast. and I could either keep them from taking actions and speaking, or stun them for a minute.
Also, to answer your question, on my sheet for my fiendish spirit, charisma is tied as their highest stat with dex at a 16.
Okay. Yeah, I assume most fiends are gonna have decent charisma.
Yeah.
I think the stun would probably be better, just because it does more than preventing them from taking actions, because it also prevents them from taking actions. Because it incapacitates them.
Stun is very good.
So, I'll have to hope that skill to be low. Okay. I have 4 different spells I'm gonna be casting in advance. Ooh, high level cleric.
Gotta love high level clerics.
Yeah.
Broken.
Listen, at least it's a good thing that Glyph
Overpowered.
Warding has to the spell has to target a creature. Otherwise, I could do some crazy shit with Glyph of Warding. But the only spell I really have is Greater Invisibility. That would be useful in it, at least.
Valid.
Or I could just put load a heal spell in there, and someone could step on the glyph and just get a bunch of hit points. But I feel like
Oh,
Greater Invis is
Imagine what
probably
you said
better.
there.
That's true. He could get it, or like one of his minions could. So, not as good of an option. Okay. Sorry for taking up so much
Yeah.
time with magic questions.
Hey, no, this is important stuff. We need to know what we're doing.
I need to see a battle map. I need to know what my areas are. I want to know where we're gonna be.
Well, you'll just have to
But we
wait.
don't know where we're gonna be is the problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
we
hope
kind of
where
do.
Yeah, I hope we end up where I already cast a spell. That would be great.
Yeah. You cast a spell at the portal, correct?
I cast it near the portal where we wanted to do a big fight,
Gotcha. So at the
and it's a 120-foot sphere.
okay. I gotcha. So I'll re-explain where the portal is. The portal is at the center of essentially this like amphitheater, kind of like one of those ones where the seats are built into like cliff face, and beyond that is the city um, of the Nerevarine people, up at the very top of the mountain, kind of in this large caldera. Um, just behind it is the wall of the cliff that arches up to meet the peak, the true peak of the mountain. It's the highest point. That is where the door that leads into the first king's tomb is. The portal itself is just in front of that, slightly raised up a bit. So with a 120-foot area set a little bit before that on the stairs leading up to the remainder of the city, in between the two sections of the amphitheater of the gods, you can easily catch the door, the portal, and the whole surrounding area with that.
Cool.
Yeah.
And we're probably gonna want to smack a forbiddens on the portal as well to keep people from teleporting next to it.
Forbiddance is very good.
And maybe we'll get a bunch of clerics from around the country to cast it across
Well, a
the
lot
mountain.
of them are, currently on their way and or are already here. The major temples are here in Ranked. Aside from, the holy clerics of Don Willow, Ranked's probably one of the more religious cities. plus with clerics from Mixani, soldiers from Kalos, and all sorts of individuals. You hope that you'll have enough. Plus, there's also high-level clerics of Bahamut and stuff. It's not all paladins.
Yeah. What other stuff do we have to figure out?
Uh, I don't really know it.
Did we want a legend lore tomorrow to find out more about portals?
I mean, I don't know what else we need to figure out about them at this point.
How to break them?
Well, we don't want to break them.
But if we know how it would happen, we might get a better idea of what Usador is planning to do. Because currently, we just know he has a plan to do it, or to move it in some way. If we could figure out what are some of the ways it can be moved, that would help us narrow down what he's doing.
Mm. I mean, we can. No reason why we can. Do we still have access to the chair?
You
I think it's in our basement.
technically do. It is in your basement.
Might as well just do that then.
You could take
Get
a
free
flight.
use every day.
Yeah, you could take a quick flight over to your home, use the chair. How heavy is the chair?
I forgot what it was made out of.
I could carry it.
Probably. I'm just wondering if you could just transport it to the Citadel. Or the
It's the
arena.
getting it through the door. I mean, we could teleport it, I guess.
I mean, originally it wasn't in your basement.
Yeah. Oh, I would assume it's probably teleportation, though, if I had to guess, though. I don't know how big the door to the basement was.
I mean, sizable enough you could fit the chair through it.
Okay. I don't know. I always figured the chair was, like, way bigger in my mind. I don't know.
Chair of the Ancestors. Let me look at the.
I always feel like it was, like, a big, like, damn
It's
near
a
throne
heavily
type of-
padded reading chair.
Oh, yeah. Never mind then.
Yeah, so it's not like a throne or anything that like super fancy.
Well, never mind. We can just bring the chair with us.
Yeah. If you want to make a quick teleportation jaunt to your home and bring it back, that is. Yeah, you have that ability.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Seer once she's back.
Ah. I see.
Since he can go ahead and turn to a big old birdie bird. Ah!
You have
Also,
Cinerak.
in case any of you are curious, the area of Forbiddance is about 80% of a football field.
80%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that would have to be shape change. I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can't wild shape into a rock though. No, that's a monstrosity.
But Senti can
Shape change.
You shape change though.
Which
The
at your
biggest-
level, you could.
Yeah, a rock is.
What's a CR of
Shouldn't
an
be it.
adult?
Welcome
Red
back,
dragon?
Seer. Do you want to teleport us?
What's happening?
You want to take us home so we could get a chair? Ask it a question?
Sure.
At this point, I will say Senti can turn into an adult red dragon.
Nice.
Pull up the stat block.
She can turn into an adult red dragon. Oh, yeah, with a shape change.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
only
with shape
CR
change,
17.
Senti can change into crazy shit.
Well, it still has to be
Yeah.
within the CR limit, but
Yeah, but up to CR
Yeah, but
19 is like
19? That's high.
mm-hmm.
That's a lot of creatures.
that's
Like
like
most of the
most
book.
that's most dragons.
Everything but
That's
ancient,
most of the freaking.
basically.
That's most of the monsters.
So if you wanted to,
Aside from like real like.
you also have to have seen them. But that is a Baylor.
Yeah.
That is Imix, the Prince of Apocalypse. Lord Sloth. Really, you've only seen a Baylor at that level. That's your.
I think she could turn into
Uh,
Tempest.
It could turn in. Oh yeah, Tempest. We've seen one of those. Could turn into a adult silver dragon,
I mean, yeah.
or maybe extrapolate what an adult gold dragon would look like based on the ancient one we've seen.
Maybe.
It's just ancient but smaller.
Yes.
Don't let her break your game, Graham. Don't let her do it.
Turn into an ancient deep dragon. Those things look weird.
Honestly, the adult red dragon is more powerful than the gold.
Probably, yeah.
There's an
Red
adult
dragons are
time dragon.
Crazy.
The fuck?
Yeah, there is. I bypassed the time dragon a little bit ago. I was like, oh.
That is ridiculous.
Hey, I haven't used it yet.
It's Dungeons and Dragons, I guess. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
If you get, I don't even know what to do against something like that. A time dragon.
You're just gonna get younger.
That would be the most terrible way to go.
Was it an Androsphinx? I think it might have been.
What in the
The airplane. No, I think it's just a sphinx. The keeper of hidden knowledge in the airplane.
Honestly,
yeah.
an adult gold dragon is kind of better than a red dragon just based on its abilities.
I mean,
can
against
weaken
one
people.
target. I mean, yeah, actually.
It has the weakening breath, which is like really good.
Disadvantage and strength-based attack. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent.
Oh, I was wrong. Oh, Cynthia could turn into a phoenix.
Yeah, actually.
Ooh.
Remember how annoying that was to fight? Sadly, you have not seen an adult gold dragon. You've only seen an ancient one.
Oh man, I think Tempest is a 20 CR.
Yeah, he was pretty high level.
We just need to do something really cool real quick so we level up.
I don't want to
find
do anything too cool
another-
too fast. I haven't got a
Let's
chance to
find
use all my 9th level spells.
Let's find another Tarask.
Yeah, Elder Tempest was CR 23.
Oh, dang it, never mind. Yeah. Leviathan is
Yeah, you weren't really meant to fight the Elder Tempest. Not gonna lie.
which is the I'm pretty sure, Graham, if you had tended us to fight the Elder Tempest at what, level 13?
Yeah.
I think we were. Yeah, you were trying to kill us. Point blank period. Dude, you weren't even really trying to.
I wasn't trying to kill you. It was just I was using I think
Yeah.
lightning strike off in the distance
Yeah.
or the lightning storm.
Tempest looks so cool.
Yeah, he's definitely probably he's definitely the coolest one out of all of them.
Maybe you'll get to kill him as an
Red.
evil campaign. Anyways, so you're teleporting to your little home.
A little quaint old abode.
Mm-hmm. I assume it's easy enough for Seer to cast it. Teleporting
Yes.
home, you relish the opportunity as you make your way through the space, down into the basement, grabbing a hold of the
What did we
chair.
do? The mushroom men were at the Citadel, right?
I don't think so.
What did we do with
No,
Mushroom
you,
Man?
you
I
did
could
bring
have
them to the
swore.
Citadel. You did bring them to the Citadel because we captured them.
Yeah. We found the doppelgangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we put him in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were all terrified.
Would you want to bring them back home? It's technically your home is their home, and
Yeah, but it's not safe.
do you want them to fight with you in the big calamitous battle?
No, but like home isn't safe for them either.
Okay, well then they're going to continue turning the room that they've been given into a swamp. They are growing mushrooms all over it.
Does Adler want them to go home?
Like the second you're like, oh, we're planning on teleporting home, he probably will come up to you, Seer, and be like, hey, I know your mushroom men are. I know you want to keep them safe. This might not be the space to do it. Also, they keep stealing swords.
Yeah. I understand. If they die, I will tell everyone else to blame you, though. I hope you can understand.
If Isildur goes after your mushroom men first, I give you all right to kill me after this is done. And you look in his eyes, there's seriousness in that. Like, he feels bad for asking this, but also he doesn't want them to be here specifically when this all occurs.
Just...
Most likely, Isildur will be coming from Karak. I doubt he'll be coming from behind us. Your home should be safer than here. Plus, I've been having Cassell and Adriel look up ancient spells that the Empire of Dawn used to use. There's a chance he could gas the whole valley. Gas cloud a mile long.
Easier.
It might be safer if they
Easier.
Kamesh coming around the corner says.
God damn it! Put the swords back. What are you doing?
Yeah, Seer brings him along.
Okay. Yeah, you teleport your mushroom men.
Do they listen politely, or do I have to?
Oh, if you tell them they're going home, you see they give back all the swords. You see one gives like what you can only assume is like a minor mage, like a court mage. They give his spellbook back.
I come in like the
Really
strict
happy.
parent. All right, kids, line up.
You see they all get into like ordered lines. They're small creatures, so
Alright.
they form two different lines so they can all fit through the portal at one time.
Everybody here. Are y'all accounted for?
Do you count them?
Yes.
Will the make an investigation check.
I use magical guidance.
Okay.
Not bad.
You were missing one.
I look at them all. Where is he?
You see, they all look at each other kind of nervously. Make an intimidation check.
These I'm good at.
Where does the last motion? Okay, you're intimidating enough. They fear you, and also because of more recent actions, they like you more. You did participate in the ritual. Eventually, it took you a bit of time, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You see one kind of like gets out a small little notebook, and you see he just like draws a picture of a kitchen.
All right, stay here, and I go to the kitchen.
I'm going to watch them while he leaves so they can't run away.
Yeah, they don't. With you watching, they don't move. Gamesh, you head off to the kitchen. You hear commotion, and you hear, "Get down from there now!" You open the door, and what you see is a little tiny mushroom man is currently doing the splits. One leg is on a cupboard, the other is on a wall. He's holding a cookie jar, and he's throwing cookies like frisbees towards the cooks.
That's just a party.
I love these mushroom men so much.
I just kind of walk through the cookies as they are kind of just probably hitting me.
He throws more
Come
cookies.
on.
You're the
I just
most
I put my
perfect
hands up.
creatures.
We're going home. Come on.
Pop, pop, pop. You see, he kind of like just undoes the splits and just falls into your arms, still holding the cookie jar. Pop. He holds a cookie up to you.
I take it. Eat it. You want your drawer back?
No, I guess we're fine.
All right, let's go.
You walk
I
out,
just
creating a little mushroom man in your arms. He will feed you cookies along the way too. Like every so often, he'll eat a cookie. He'll hand you one.
okay.
Yeah.
I wish this world had like easy video. You could take.
We need to use some AI art. Just create it as we go along. It'd be perfect.
Just Gamesh being fed cookies by a little mushroom man that he's cradling in his arms.
I would.
While
I
the
would.
got to
mushroom man
put
has
this.
a cookie jar.
That's so good. I would commission.
I would get.
that.
I might get that commission, Elva. I'm writing in my little commission notes right now.
Like that's just cute.
That could be
Mushroom
like
men
the.
are
Oh,
so
that could be the end
amazing.
art for this campaign. Is we get a commission, and like to showcase the mushroom man, we just have one in your arms with a little cookie jar.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Oh, they're just little guys.
They are
Too bad
truly.
their leaders are dead.
Oh, their leaders aren't dead.
No, they're not. Where are they? What happened to them?
Um, their leaders were captured. But I would say, with the Thieves Guild owning the kingdom, most likely they were able to stop the transport of the little mushroom men leaders to Pale Light.
Did we get those back? Hey Malcolm, did we get those back?
Yeah, you definitely got them back by this point.
Cool.
It's been enough days that they were only in like Draken. They were like 2 days away, so they were put on priority mail and they were sent directly back to the manor. So they're actually probably the only ones there.
Yeah, they're probably like so sad right now.
Oh, now that they're once the portal opens and the mushroom men flood back.
Also the fairies.
Oh yeah, the fairies.
Can't forget about Gale.
They're behaved, so I'm not as worried about them.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
No, you're able. All of the creatures that once dwelt on your land are returned, as Gamesh returns with one of the little mushroom men in his arms. The portal opens, and you all step through. The mushroom men go ravaging the house once more. The second they get out of the study that you have magically expanded. They spread in all directions, like a little tiny swarm of insects, um, immediately running, falling, skidding their faces. Some of them are riding in top of each other. Some of them are beating each other up, and immediately you are brought back to these wonderful memories of every time you've ever returned to your home. And you can't help but feel proud and a little saddened. Because who knows how many more times you'll be returning here. The journey.
I'd like to.
Hmm?
Oh, I'd like to cast freedom of movement on a couple of the mushroom men
Oh
if
my
we-
goodness.
as they're running around.
If
So
we
they
get
could
to
like
cast,
have a really intense game of tag where they just cannot catch one of them.
if we get to cast spells, I'm just gonna give a bittersweet smile and then go down to the basement and cast guards and wards.
Honestly,
Absolutely necessary.
yes, it is necessary. I will say the ones that like you cast freedom of movement on, there's probably one that really just goes to the swimming pool and begins swimming the fastest laps imaginable.
Incredible. Yeah,
Like
I'll
you just
cast it
want
on 2 of them and let them run amok with their newfound grace.
Oh yeah, they are like one. Honestly, he's breaking records. Um, and the other one is
Michael
just like
Phelps, who?
yeah, the other one is in like a wrestling competition you see, and it's just winning wholeheartedly. No one can pin him.
Incredible. This is exactly what I wanted.
But yeah, the sounds and the joy you see in the mushroom men, the fairies who go and attend to their work that you can see through the windows of the full fields of different fruits and vegetables that you've been growing on your land. Um, you do see, I believe, how many months have you missed of back payment for your mine?
Uh,
It's been a bit.
it's been a while. We've been pretty busy. The last time I remember getting money for it was after Garish Tall. I think that's the last time that I personally remember us getting payments from it.
So this started.
Unless I'm wrong.
When? Okay,
And
let
I
me
think
see.
you're right.
You started this in early.
So it's probably like been about 2 months, maybe, worth of payments.
2 months.
If you, yeah, because I mean we're still only like 7 months into our campaign.
That is
Really, I think.
that works out perfectly because you are 5 months down on uh your payment plan for your tin mine. Yeah, you gained
Nice.
another 1,650 gold. Lots of money.
Okay.
The so no, not to be like the ruin it or anything, but when our manor got occupied by the soldiers, that didn't disrupt anything.
Oh no,
They
Okay.
should know better.
they just didn't pay
Eh,
anyone. Well, your home wasn't even occupied for like a month, so it didn't really.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
No, it
How
was
much?
a couple.
Yeah,
Weeks.
you're right.
No, maybe a week.
How
One
much was it?
thousand 650.
1,650. Where did
Just
I put
a little bit of money. Not much at all.
1,000?
One casting
Not
of forbidden.
really. Not when you look at our fucking treasure in our Coulterstone farm. I'm gonna add this to the party fund.
Oh, and the farm. Let's see.
It's
Oh yeah.
1,650. 1,650. Plus
Oh,
298, 442 gold. That's incorrect.
you can add an extra 500 gold on top of that.
Okay.
You probably sold a lot of food to the miners over the course of the winter, over the course of the past 2 months.
1,650 plus.
The most random. I love that it gave you all a home.
Our little passive income.
Mm-hmm. A nice place for
That's
you all to like have a home base at.
Now our party fund is 300,542 gold. Gamesh has 971 gold and 550. Well, you can all see this. I don't need to read it out. We're all
Yeah.
super fucking rich.
Yeah, comes with saving the world on a regular basis.
We've collected this much money in 7 months.
It's a lot
We
of
have
money.
ruined the economy.
You've improved it.
Yeah, we
You
improved it.
haven't spent that much. You're just hoarding that wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we'll
could
ruin
break
once we
the
spend it all
economy
at
so
once.
fast.
Yeah. Also,
yeah.
it's the fact
we
that-
can single-handedly crash the kingdom's economy.
Good. I mean, who? That's any rich person could easily crash the economy.
Yeah, it's true. It's just funny
No,
that in
it-
7
it take-
months
it takes a
we've joined
lot.
them. We're in the top 1%.
You are the
And
rich.
7
Yeah, we
months
definitely
ago, we had no money between any of us.
Are we the top 1%? Like
Um,
as a whole, as a group, I would think so, but as individuals,
No, not as individuals, but
yeah,
like
not as individuals.
if you think of us as a single entity, then
Yeah.
yes. And
Oh,
honestly, we kind of are a single entity as far as like we essentially all make up a member of
Yeah.
like a political faction known as the Avant-Garde.
that is very fair.
it is a political faction.
Yeah, if one of us does something, everyone else in the Avant-Garde is kind of responsible for it.
Honestly,
Unless we publicly denounce them.
yeah,
Imagine
Valid.
getting canceled out of the avant-garde.
Yeah,
They
that would
cancel-
take a lot.
after everything we done been through, whew,
What we've all done and seen each other do.
ooh, I keep forgetting we have the Ion Stone of Regeneration. I might have to put that on.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting what it does.
So,
though.
back to the game.
Let me see.
You strut through your home,
Okay.
enjoying the scenery of chaos and tomfoolery that just oozes out of your home, out of the characters that have built themselves within this space. You go downstairs, Faraday picks up the chair, and you all are making your way back towards teleportation circle.
Oh, I did want to pick up one item before
Yeah.
going. I want to pick up the Holy Greatsword.
Okay. Yeah, you grab a
the what
hold of
sword?
your holy greatsword. The greatsword that was
Ooh,
yeah.
are you about to use it?
Maybe against Isildur as a back, like a
Ooh.
final chance, because it does so much damage.
Yeah.
That was from the solar, right?
Yeah, but after
Yeah.
Fell
holy
Gadamine.
greatsword. Yeah. 68 radiant damage upon a hit.
yep. Hopefully, I don't roll like a nat 1.
Yeah, if wielded by a creature with a different alignment than the angel's creator, on a critical failure, the weapon fuses to their body. Well, you grab a hold of your blade and go to find your allies. You catch them all in the hallway. Right? Actually, I can take you out of the map fast. It's a good map. Right out here, right in front of the room that contains the teleportation circle. Faraday currently has a hold of the chair of the ancients. Belric, you spot them. Seer, you turn to see your allies return to you, and you hear a voice. You are cloning Graylin? I hope you know
Whoa.
that it will not come to fruition. He is a dead god, Seer. You hear that in your head as you hear Usildor's voice speaking to you. You can reply to this message.
You can reply. Did
What would I
did I
say to
tell the
this?
party that they were cloning Raylan?
I don't fully know.
At this point, I
I
mean, we
don't.
gotta assume I did, but
I think you did because they all saw that they had an ear.
It'd be so funny if you didn't, though.
valid. And this is the first time you're hearing it.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Gamesh, you hear a
The
voice.
fuck are you talking about?
Gamesh, you hear a voice in your head. My agents
No, it's fine. You can keep it on here.
have warned me
Go ahead. Go ahead.
of your
All right, guys.
plots.
Sorry. Start over. Go ahead.
My agents have warned me of your plots, Gamesh. I know what you plan. He will die.
So we'll have 2 dead gods then, right? Because that'll include you. So what did you say back to him? See, that was my response. What do you say?
It's so much harder for me to say something back to him.
I know.
Like,
And look, you've already crushed his phylactery in your hands, though. Think about the power that has to feel.
yeah, but like that doesn't mean he doesn't have the power over me still.
Yeah, I feel you,
Just
but
means I can
it was like
kill
you
him.
equalized it just a little bit. The scales have tipped slightly.
Goodness, I'm just coming up blank. Let's see. He. Hard because Seer doesn't really care in like any personal way. He's just targeted
but-
her for no reason.
This is Gamesh's thing. Why are you talking to me?
It's like I think she'll probably say something along the lines of, "Is this supposed to make me, like, is this supposed to worry me?" She doesn't care.
The voice creeps back in your head, Seer. I hear it was Hoster that sent you to Dwenwell. Hope you know, your allies to the south, I won't be joining you.
Thanks for the heads up. I made that motherfucker waste 2 spell slots on me.
Joke's on him. I didn't care. So I'm guessing they mean nightmare.
Yeah, but in person, Seer looks terrified. She's just wide eyes.
I'm guessing me and her got the messages like same time.
Pretty much, yeah. They were sent in
I
very
just
quick
look-
succession.
When she kind of freezes, I'm guessing she'll probably have like that pause. I'll put my hand on her shoulder. You too.
Yeah, he talked about how they weren't cloning Graylin and how, Nightmare won't be joining us. for our fight? Something to do with Hoster?
I could see why you want to prevent it. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think cloning Graylin would be a problem for him regardless. I don't think he'll have his power. I think he'll just have his mortal form. But only time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it was still dangerous enough for a Lich and an Eldritch God to stop it from happening.
We might want to send a message to Nightmare. Warn them. Let them know they might have a Lich coming to their doorstep.
I mean, I don't think Isildur is going to go bother them.
I
Didn't
mean,
like he was Graham in the sending message? He was talking in the past tense, wasn't he?
In which way? So he was talking past tense as if
As if
Haster.
like the clone had already been destroyed.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because they haven't even fully started the cloning process, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they started it, but he won't have a body for like another what?
I
6
remember what
weeks?
happened, but
Actually, I think it's 3 months for the body to form, isn't it?
It's 100 days.
okay.
100 days. It's 3 months roughly.
So then
But
which
that's
one
for a
of them
normal
do-
individual. This is a god, so it could be weird.
Yeah, like I said, but at least from my interpretations of the way the thing will go, I just think it'll just be his human body.
Yeah.
He'll just get his consciousness.
If you want, you can try to scry on the other party, see what they're dealing with.
You could.
Which one of them do I tell about the agent?
I
pertaining
would
to cloning plan?
say. Let me see which one would be the best one. Where is? No, that was their name. It's just... Damn, I have their name. I have all their names in here. Where is it?
There's the one you met recently was Jet, the wizard.
Yeah, I don't think that. Remember, he was in like the room. I met Jet though.
Hmm. Yeah, you're right.
No, wait, where the hell did I put him in my notes?
There's Drakova,
Okay,
Toto.
Toto probably be the best one because he was the follower of Graylin, right?
No, that was Skiffle.
Oh, Skiffle then. Skiffle.
I don't trust any of them.
I mean, like Skiffle was probably the most.
Yeah, you did. Wait, did you see? When was the last time you saw Skiffle? Oh, he did show up.
Last time I saw Skiffle was when we fought him.
I guess I'm sending to Skiffle to
And
tell
telling him-
him. I'm telling him that Isildur told me that Hoster.
Oh my gosh, you sound like so annoyed. I've been told to give you this message. You can reply
I
if you
guess
want
I'll let you in
to.
on the gossip. But anyway, so Isildur told me that Hoster was stopping the cloning of Graylin.
Skiffle will respond. Cool. Everyone's meeting with a powerful wizard to talk about the clone of Graylin right now.
I'm gonna cast Sending Can and say, "Are you sure that's not Isildur? He might be in danger."
I'm at home. I'll get back to you.
I think
No.
Dad's gonna die.
He's the only one who's not there.
He's the only one who's not there.
Oh my god! They're not even gonna tell me who to contact.
I mean, if you want to keep on casting, there's more people, but that's up to you.
Yeah.
Listen,
If you
Sierra's
wanna-
just gonna like look at
If
the
you want
rest of the
to if you want to
parties.
talk to a core member,
Toto.
Toto or Drakova. Vampire or devil.
God.
Toto's a devil?
Huh?
Toto's a devil? My notes have him as a human mystic in full plate armor.
The times have changed.
Listen.
I've been through so fucking
Hey.
much.
His Grim Hollow. Oh, it's not even a Grim Hollow. His path, kind of. He got further on his path.
Okay.
Are you sure they don't have an evil campaign going on?
They're definitely not evil.
Okay.
Don't
They're
know
just-
if I believe that.
They're just morally questionable.
They're just sketchy.
Also, the
That
thing
is-
is, he wants to take down the Nine Hells, so that's why he became a devil.
Okay. That makes it all
Uh-oh.
better.
I'm going to defeat the Nine Hills by joining them. Yeah, I heard that playing 10 times.
Yeah.
Listen,
Um.
he has office. He has an office in the city of Dis now. Like, it's great.
Oh, no, it's crazy. We were talking about the Grim Hollow. I was like, damn, Grimesh should have became a primordial. That's...
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I know. Kind of late in the game now. But
Hey, next
alright,
time.
Go ahead.
But
Maybe next time.
but yeah, but yes, here's essentially just gonna look at the rest of her party and say, well, Skiffle was at home. The rest of them are meeting with a very powerful wizard. I think it might be Isidore, and they might all die. Should I like contact someone else?
Toto seemed to be their kind of, I'll put my quotes, leader, I guess, of the group. At least he seemed to be the most level-headed one, anyway.
Okay, so I'll contact Toto, and let me type this out into a word counter to make sure it's not over 25 words.
Now, wizard might be trying to fucking kill you every careful.
No.
I like how we started here to get a chair.
Yeah.
If someone would like to get in the chair to do Legend Lore while we're doing this, please feel free.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. What do you ask on Legend Lore?
I'm gonna planar portals, right? That's what we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Trying to think who I want to do. I'm gonna have Faradir do it.
You got more brain juice.
Yeah, she's got a little bit better intelligence than Thera.
Okay.
I'll ask about planar portals.
Just about planar portals?
Well, it's a person, place, or object. I assume the object would be planar portals.
Okay.
I don't know if I can ask about a specific portal or not.
I mean, it would be a object.
Sure, I'll ask about the
Astral plane
astral
portal.
plane portal in the mountain.
Okay. Let me just get some notes ready. Heldal, the portal to the astral plane, dwells within the center of the theater of the gods. It was placed there at the beginning of the world. It was meant as a meeting place for all the gods to talk about their creations, to discuss their plans. Eventually, however, many of the gods turned away from the creations, and the meetings fell to the wayside. The portal to the astral plane dwelt abandoned until Graylin, a young hero, found his way there. It was there he first stepped into the astral plane and experienced the true astral plane. Not aboard a spelljammer or floating within the phlogiston, but where he felt true power. Eventually, when Graylin ascended to godhood, he made the astral plane and the astral portal his home. His followers amassed around it, and it became his citadel. Of all the portals, it is the only one that even Graylin doesn't fully understand. That'd be the end of it.
Cool. It's Graylin's house, basically. But he doesn't understand the property value. So
But he doesn't understand the
that was a really good use of that spell.
You just asked about it. Yeah, you just asked about it. It's history, it's lore, essentially. It's legend lore.
I was hoping for secret stuff.
I mean, if the god of planar portals doesn't know about it, I mean,
Yeah. Oh well.
all right. Okay.
We know nothing more than we did before.
Yep. Okay. And Thea wrote out her message in Discord.
Yep. Isildur told me that Hoster's gonna stop the cloning of Graylin. The powerful wizard you're meeting might be Isildur, so be extremely careful.
I just got sent a message from one of my other players. It's a screen cap of Seer's message. Isildur told me that Hoster is going to stop the cloning of Graylin. The powerful wizard you're meeting might be Isildur, so be extremely careful. He said, "You don't say. Would have been great info a session ago." Ironic as hell.
Well, we didn't
Damn.
have this.
Damn.
Oh.
Hey, look, damn. He beat us to the punch.
Damn.
While they're just laying there in their own blood. You don't say.
Listen, it's extra funny because the second that we heard that they're meeting with the powerful wizard, we're like, of course it's Isildur.
Of course, like duh. Who else would
Is
it
that
be?
the correct spelling of those two of Isildur and Graylin?
No.
No.
Okay,
That's
like if that's how
Yeseldor
it's
and
supposed to be spelled,
Graylin.
then
just
I
kinda
have my
gave
notes.
up.
My
We're
Baron
just-
notes are so wrong if that's correct.
No, it's just really bad spelling. It's not how you spell
Yeah,
it.
no.
Because I thought Graylin was like Grailen or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how
Yeah.
it's spelled.
No, these
also-
are not how you.
Yeseldor is it's Yeisil. D-O-R.
Yes, Yeseldor.
Yeah, Yeseldor.
It's not yes.
Let's call him
Um,
that
Yes.
next time we pull up.
I'm typing out the message to make sure the word count is accurate with this.
24. But God,
Yeseldor.
I can't believe.
You don't say. That would have been good a session ago. Damn.
I'm guessing they fought Yeseldor last.
Yeah.
Good
And-
luck, buckaroos.
Hey,
He's
listen.
a
They have
pain in
a
the ass.
they have a vampire. They have a devil, and who knows what the fuck else they have on their team.
Yeah, they're so busted. Good for them.
Oh wait, hold up.
We absolutely
3.
cannot win another brawl against them.
No, we can.
If both
'Cause
groups were level 20,
5?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm 2 letters over. Oh, that's gonna be weird.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Uh,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Letters.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
Okay, I can get rid of that word. Sorry, not letters, words. I can get rid of that word.
Oh, talking
Get
about
rid
his
of all the
response.
filler
Yes.
words.
You're talking about his response. That's what.
Don't need any ands, ors.
Or A's.
We got his response. You
Um,
don't say. It would have been.
You speak in
Say
broken
that in
caveman
character.
English.
Yeah.
I'm-
Originally,
it's
I had
24.
it anyway
I miscounted, I
before the
guess.
powerful wizard. But I decided that sounded too casual.
So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I did try and get in contact with the person who you're talking to, and I was gonna, have him show up, but he hasn't responded in the last 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna type for him. This is the message you get. Not Yeseldor. Jet's evil uncle apparently made a deal with Space Mind Flayer with a light sword and evil troopers. Graylin is safe in hell.
He's safe in
Oh,
hell.
he's safe in hell. That's really great to know.
Okay. So
Graylin-
you're just gonna
oh, wait, hold
relay
up.
this-
Graylin clone. I think I had one word left. I forgot to put it.
Okay. I was like, how the fuck did you move him? I was like,
I just assumed it was a clone.
Yeah, let me edit my message. Graylin clone.
I'll repeat this information.
Go to hell. Have
No.
a good meeting. Go
It
to hell.
doesn't. We have to get custody of the Grayling clone.
No, you don't. You don't need it. It's safe in hell.
Now we gotta go to hell.
Yeah, well, we have to go to hell anyways because we need to kill Sebastian once and for all.
Yeah, we gotta do that too.
Hey, you have people who have a.
Can we do that real quick? Let's
You
just
can
come
you
and
can
kill
visit the
Sebastian.
other party's
Sebastian.
office in hell, and then they can help with that.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't keep getting distracted. We,
Yeah.
we have done nothing so far this session.
Yes. So after that whole scenario, you all make it back through the portal back to Terranok. Chair in hand, you've used its ability as of now. Oh, I should have probably wrote something about how Jet's evil uncle was also working for Graylin, but oh well.
His uncle is also working for
How
Graylin?
many? Do we have a timeline for things right now? Like, do we know when shit's gonna happen?
No clue.
Wait, Jet's evil uncle is working
It's
for
really great
Graylin?
for us, actually.
Do you want to send another sending
Maybe.
message?
No.
Wait, you don't want to reply to why is Graylin in hell?
Listen,
Well,
this
the-
is
why
a
the-
serious
well,
problem.
Well, like she said, it's probably easy to assume it's the clone, and they said it's safe in hell. So,
Yeah.
meaning
we're
they
aware
put
how
it there.
Planar magic does all kinds of fuckery. Like, we get it.
Now, not to say for Gamesh wanting to know, like, I will definitely have to bring this up at some point, but we have to deal with Yeseldor first.
Yeah, this isn't the
Yes.
time.
Okay, we can't,
No, you can. I will say you can
Sure.
safely assume that based on the knowledge of what happened with the sending, Usador has agents who somehow learned about Graylin being cloned and something having to do with Haster. You can only assume that that has to do with the people who deal mostly with Haster and currently with the clone of Graylin. Hence the other party. So clearly, whoever the other party met is one, an agent of Isildur, but also is doing some other evil thing with a space mind flayer.
Isildur has had some of the craziest followers.
They don't have to be like,
I
worship.
mean, I used to avoid
They can be
Graylin.
like, yeah.
My dog is so dumb. She just tried to eat a fucking cough drop.
Mm.
She can't be doing this.
Sore throat.
No, she's dumb.
Goodness.
We literally just had another dog get surgery because she ate too much stupid shit.
Damn.
Okay. All right. Legend lore. Crazy stuff going on with the nightmare.
Always.
All right, and we want to fly the chair back to the Citadel. So we need to get
You could
that.
just teleport with the chair. It is an object. You could just walk through the portal with it. That's what I assumed you would do.
Valid. Okay. Does anyone have anything else that they need to do? Anything they need to grab before we head back? I'll take everyone's silence as a
You want
no.
Did you want the regeneration stone?
I was looking at it. It's not actually like it's good. It regains 15 hit points at the end of each hour. I'll grab it. I'll take it. I'll have it on me. I will keep it on my person for the time being. I'm not attuned to it yet, but I will hold on to it.
Alrighty.
Okay. So, back in the Citadel, or back in Terra Nock, is there anything else you would like to do for the rest of the day?
I will. If I were to fly to Heldal, how long would it take me to get there?
Maybe a half hour. Not even.
Okay.
It's not that
I
far. It's just
will.
the top of the mountain.
I will cast Terra Seed. I'll put that in the
Chat.
chat. I'll cast it at 5th level, so it gives me a flying speed of 90 feet. And I will fly to the portal to the astral plane.
Okay. After a long day of meetings.
I'll tell everyone.
Yep.
I'll tell everyone where I'm going to. So.
Okay. After a long day of meetings within Terra Nock, you arrive to the top of the mountain, bypassing the Citadel, which underneath, for people looking up, they just see this strange sight of a boulder flying through the air, heading towards, the ancient ruins of Heldal. There, you find the portal to the astral plane, and Stradavan, in human form, watches you arrive. Welcome. I assume you have something to do.
Let's see what kind of connection I have to the portal, if any at all.
Good luck.
See if it works like the connection I have to the one in Zim. One in Zim. Alright.
I know this portal is so much different than the one to Zim. It works the same, but the properties of the plane is so different.
It is vastly different. So you are attempting to turn off the access to this plane. You're trying to kind of shut it, correct?
Yes, the same way. See if I can do it the same way I do the one for the Earth plane.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Can I roll it with charisma? Use my charisma stat instead.
Sure. Go ahead and roll
All
a
right,
d20
then.
with
So
and add your charisma.
okay. Oh,
Disadvantage.
yeah, disadvantage. Dang it.
I said disadvantage.
Yeah, I know you did. I just forgot.
Okay.
That were my teens.
You place your hands a mere centimeter from the surface of the portal. And you focus on this innate power within you, this power of planar magic that Graylin has not only given to you, but it is a relic of him that has just dwelt within you for so long, that has been passed down for ages for the people of the Earth Elemental Plane. But that tie, that piece of you, is more connected to Graylin than it is Earth. And you find purchase with it. And begin to feel this surge of strength and power. You close your eyes to focus on it more, and you feel heat beginning to build at the palms of your hands, as if the portal itself is getting red hot. Soon, this strange, almost like sound of wind begins to pick up, swirls around you. And then somehow you're compelled, and your eyes flash open. The space around you is that of the planar gate, this lifted platform. You can see the expansive amphitheater of the gods spreads around you. You can see the seats begin to build up all around you and then fade, as beyond them has been replaced with dark sky and silver stars. You look around for one moment and then turn back to look directly in front of yourself, and there, chained in front of you, hands on his blade, you can see Graylin, his eyes closed. They flash open. You see he smiles. And suddenly a small bit of golden light flares in his eyes as he swells his magical potential, his godly power, to look directly into you. You feel a slight burning again, and you blink, and suddenly everything is back to normal. You're back in the material world, the theater of the gods. It's the ancient, degraded stone, beautiful, white, ancient marble. Your hands burn as you then press them into the astral plane, and you hear this almost strange whirring, slight tear sound, and then silence. You rip your hands free, and you stand. And you are fairly confident that you've just closed the portal to the astral plane.
I just kind of look at my palms.
Well, damn. I did it.
I would, Gamesh probably think to himself,
This will probably won't last forever. Hopefully it'll last long enough to deal with Usador.
You begin to turn around to return from where you came. And once again, you see the silver gossamer in the dark sky. Standing to his full height, you see Graylin once more. He looks at you. I hope so too. I'll see you soon, Gamesh. You blink once more, and
Bet you will.
again he is gone. Standing where he once stood, you see Stradavan just gazing at you curiously. Were you talking to me?
I kind of look back to where the portal was for a second, turn back.
Not exactly.
Well, if you're done here, I should get back to what I'm doing. He will himself kind of begin to wander away, off within the strange space that is this abandoned city.
As he walks away,
Anything you need assistance with?
He thinks for a moment. Not if you can promise the safety of my treasure hoard in the coming conflict.
I can try my best. That's the.
No.
Where should I aim the fight away from? That's all I need to know.
Do not fear. I'll be here to defend it. If you fail,
All right.
I fail.
Yeah, if we fail, I think everyone does.
You can only care about gold for so long.
Fair point.
Good luck, Gamesh.
You as well.
Silently, he wanders through some alleyways and disappears within the porcelain ancient city.
then I'll recast Terrorsteed and head
Fly
to the
back.
Citadel.
Gotcha. I like to imagine, like, I don't know why, I just imagine you as like like a classical witch riding on a broom, but instead you're riding on a boulder, and it's really funny to me.
Just sitting on it.
Basically.
Like SpongeBob. I imagine like SpongeBob.
Yeah. Oh no.
It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
The Sentinel used to ride these things for miles.
Oh no!
It's exactly what it is.
His Gamesh is driving it like a car. No real clutch, acting like it is. Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious.
That is perfect. Okay. So you fly back to your allies. So as the night progresses, is there any preparations you wish to do for the night? Any other allies you wish to contact? Anything else you need to do as you
I think I'll just
prepare?
be reading my book pretty much most of the day, but I will sleep this night.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
what is 48 hours total that you needed
mhm.
Yep, and right now I have
for
like
the book?
13.
Yeah, you're at 13. You read for the entirety of the day, which is just
No, the 24. So 37.
and you just have to sleep 8 hours of it. So you're well, he has to sleep for 8 hours a day. So this full 24-hour period would only be 20,
Oh yeah.
I believe.
He doesn't have
Well,
to
no, but he did.
sleep.
Yeah, I mean, but he didn't sleep last night though.
Which is 8 hours. And then I think he only had
Yeah.
5 hours of reading time before that. So he should be at 8 plus like 5, which gives him 13.
Did you read throughout the day while we were doing all
I'm assuming you
the
read all.
meetings and the legend lore stuff?
I'm
I'll be
assuming.
reading as much as possible whenever there's like any time.
Okay. I'm gonna take it then that you pretty much read the entire day. Like you, I'll take that. So you should be at 29 hours.
So another 16 hours. 29, yeah.
Yeah.
19 more to go.
Yup.
And if you want to pull all nighters, I can get rid of the exhaustion.
Oh.
I might pull one more.
Oh
but not this night.
yeah.
The next night I'll probably pull all nighter to be able to finish it.
Yeah, that would probably.
I mean, sure you don't want to do it now. We don't know when he's attacking.
I said, but then I would need 2 greater restorations on me because I already got a point of exhaustion.
Well, if they do it now, you could have 1 greater restoration. So you'd be at 1 for this next day if they do it now.
Already.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we have a high level cleric with us right now.
And you have
Okay.
a lot of money. Like there's anything that can be given to you all is given to you basically at this point.
We have a bag of diamonds.
So it would get you to 37 hours. You would only have to read for 3 hours, I believe, right? Because it's 40 hours.
Yep, it's 48. So yeah.
48
Yep, I'll pull another all
hours.
night.
Oh no, 11.
You would have to read for 11, just for 11 more hours.
It would
Yeah,
be
I'll
worth
pull
it,
an all
though.
nighter. Try just to finish this off as quick as possible.
Gotcha.
Bro's not touching another book for a year.
He won't have to. He can tell people to read for him.
Yeah.
Okay. So you spend the entire night sleeping away. Well, most of you, I should say. Bellic, you read your book throughout the entire night after having a single. Make sure to mark off the gold, just so you know. Single greater restoration is cast on you to ensure that you are able to not be too exhausted for the coming day. So, the next morning comes. You all once again meet for another one of these early morning war meetings to plan out efforts. Cormith will tell you all that he's been working with many of the mages, clerics, I should say. And Forbiddance has been cast on a majority of the mountain.
Sick.
At least the top of it. The bottom levels are not easily forbidden, but the entirety of the citadel is covered at this point. So, if they are going to arrive they're not
Uh.
teleporting onto the top of the mountain. He has
All right.
um, yeah, he can ensure this can be forbade for up to, based on the current amount of powdered ruby that the kingdom has in stock, and with assistance from the minks. Currently, they're looking at about a month's supply,
Damn.
which is it's a lot. So
Okay.
if he attacks within the next month, which they anticipate it would probably be even sooner, so they're not worried about running out.
I could ask when he's gonna attack.
A bunch of defensive
Um.
structures have been added to the top of the mountain, ballista, all sorts of other things. They do ask, especially Adler, do you want Garish Tall to be at the top of the mountain or near like the bottom of it? Because he is not really a ranged individual.
We will have
Wait.
to
So what?
make sure that all the people casting the spells know to not include aberrations, fae, or elementals.
Okay, I'm pretty sure
Well,
that could have been
on
discussed
the
the
list,
previous day.
but
I think we
hey,
were discussing that at the previous meeting.
yeah.
Okay.
I would personally say let Garish Tall fight the front line. Personally, uh, I feel as though he would best be suited helping the troops.
Yeah, we want him like clearing out as many things before they get to us as possible.
Yeah. So Adler, I'll be speaking as Adler pretty much. He'll mention, the vast sources of undead um, will probably be in attendance. They're not, able to teleport for the most part. So he's anticipating that they will be trying to rush up the mountain. And so if you're looking for a front line, that'll probably be the front line for like a majority of the troop numbers. Lots of demons have the ability to fly, however. So those ones would probably just go for the top of the mountain. So he's saying that there's probably going to be a two-front attack.
Yeah, I would say let Garish Tall handle as much stuff on the ground as he can.
Okay. So Garishtal will be in Terranok at the base of the mountain, defending the entrance towards the top of the citadel.
Um.
A lot of the paladins, even though the citadel is the paladins' domain, a lot of them they're going to be split up essentially, as paladins are very good against undead.
Yeah.
The Terra is splitting their forces as well, as they have a good many rangers and could be very useful in a flying scenario. Stradavan is going to stay as close as he can to his lair. So he will be most likely staying at the top of the mountain.
Yeah. I expect as much. We are obviously at the top. The minks are coming too, right?
Yeah, they
I
have their
think.
soldiers.
Okay, so they'll probably also be on the front Terranok.
Mm. Farsiles has
Um.
heavy infantry. Most of them are probably going to be staying, as well as Crankton's horse units. So let me pulling up my hold up. Let me pull up my
Guanistan.
Guanistan. The Giants have fixed, for the most part, the flying castle. They will be providing air support, so they're going to be kind of staying near the top of the mountain.
Perfect.
Crankton's horses at the base with Rankton. Where's my war information? Oh, War of the Kingdom. There it is. 400 heavy cavalry. Um, 2,000 soldiers from Guanistan. Elves. Mix of melee and range. They will be at the top of the mountain as well with the giants. Borodora is infantry is at the base of the mountain. 30 cloud giants. The 800 heavy infantry from Pharsalese. 300 paladins. Oh, sorry. 315 paladins are going to be split between each base and top of the mountain. 4,200 Terra. Oh, sorry, 4,600 Terra are going to split themselves between both sides. The Red Fort is coming with their flying troops. They will also be at the top of the mountain. And then Rankton will most likely be sending its troops to the base of the mountain, as well as any leftover holdovers from Bastion.
Okay. I guess the rest of the Jods could be at the top of the mountain then.
Most likely, yeah. Definitely
Yeah.
Aurora, because she
Yeah.
can. Well, yeah, she has.
Was flight and
Oh yeah, she has her flying abilities. Her
yeah, like
storm magic.
I'll let them like realistically, I'll let them decide where they feel as though they'll be best suited for.
Hmm.
I mean, because I know
Damien. Let's see.
because they are what that
He's a
Dame is a
fighter.
fighter and yeah, Damien's a fighter and Okanalos?
Or Canalos. What I
Okanalos.
I
Okay.
came up with the weirdest name I know.
Yeah,
I think when
and like she's
I
a
think when I created it, I didn't say it out loud for like 3 years.
paladin.
It never came up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she's a paladin, so
yeah, they're all gonna stay up at the top of the mountain with you. They're some of the stronger fighters. Garishtal definitely will make the bottom of the mountain like very. He's gonna help a lot being down there.
oh, I know. But like
Um,
I'm assuming they're going to have numbers regardless, so
Yeah, a couple
I mean like
thousand.
this the undead
It's
is
gonna
going
be
to have like
thousands of undead.
yeah, exactly. So him thinning out that is going to help a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm not going to directly say I closed the portal, because just in case,
Mm-hmm.
again, I'll cast see invisibility.
You cast see invisibility. There is very clearly a small little floating sensor in the room. And if you look at where it's kind of like floating over, it is currently. Let me see here. Yeah, that works. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely floating over Damien.
Okay. I still have the amulet of non-detection, and from my understanding, that means they can't hear me regardless, even if I'm okay.
Yeah.
No one react too hastily when I say it, but yesterday I was able to do what we were talking about yesterday. So at
See,
least for the time being.
sorry.
Oh, at least for the time being, it's taken care of. Most likely, it won't last. It's a lot different compared to the other ones.
You before anyone else speaks, Adler speaks up. The way you said that worries me.
We are, we do have company, and I don't even gesture to it. 'Cause I don't want anyone to make it obvious.
Who?
Damien.
You see, he looks towards.
Yep. Yeah. Don't make it obvious.
You know, he just like kind of looks, points to Cassell, who walks over and does like a radial dispel in the area.
Let's go away.
It does. Is it gone?
Yeah, it is.
Let us know if you see another one. In any case, we
Got
shoot in
it.
10 minutes.
But yeah, I was able to close it though.
Good.
How long it'll last, that I don't know.
Well, let's hope it lasts as long as we need it to. But it's a good omen. We've been having a lot of good omens recently. And I don't want to jinx it. But I'm getting more and more confident we can do this.
We had to have confidence that we can. We don't really have the option to fail.
No, we do not. Any more pressing matters? We know where we're stationed. Troops from Kalos have been arriving all day, as well as Mink soldiers, putting them all at the base of the mountain for now, while we get everything set up. We're gonna have fallback points. If they take the entrance to the Citadel, we might move into the woods. Up until the city that we're not supposed to know about, apparently. See, Cormith kind of eyes the group suspiciously. The Paladins. I've dropped all air of secrecy with the Paladins. They know what's there.
Are there any wizards other than ours?
There's
What do you mean other than
Adriel
ours?
and Cassian. Or
Yeah.
Cassell here, sorry.
Okay. Just wondering, do either of them know the private sanctum spell? I highly doubt it. But
Definitely not.
great.
Well,
Just figured
actually,
I'd ask. It would solve one of our problems.
actually, Adriel, hearing you say that, how could I be so stupid? He will go and cast for the next 10 minutes the private sanctum spell.
Iconic.
He is an abjuration wizard, after all.
That's amazing. Yes,
I
that'll
forgot
protect us
that-
from scrying.
I forgot that spell existed.
Me
So-
too. I was searching for any possible ways to get this off of our backs.
I
and I was
knew
like,
there had
we
to be a
can't
spell.
all wear amulets. We can't all have
I-
mind blank cast on us.
The thing is, I
and
know
I was
that
like,
there was
oh
a
yeah,
spell as well.
private
I was like,
sanctum.
I could have sworn that it was. I thought in the hollow spell that it was somewhere in there. I was like, it's not like that. I remember there being something.
Yeah, there's a couple spells that do it, but they're like either really high level or only target one person.
Yeah.
But Private Sanctum is a big area.
Oh yeah. It will definitely, make this single meeting room very, very good.
Sick.
Yeah. Adriel,
Get
you can
on, you
see
Laura.
he's scorning himself. Like he's like, how could I forget?
And if he upcasts it, he can make it bigger.
Oh yeah, he doesn't need to. He will just use a 4th level spell, build himself a private sanctum.
Sick.
I totally forgot that he was an
It can also be
abjuration.
soundproof if we don't want anyone to hear us outside of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have to worry about the mushroom men listening in anymore, so Adriel doesn't really need it. But yeah, no one in here can now be targeted by divination spells.
Yippee!
All right, we're good now. Okay. So we know where our forces are going to be located, and you say Bastion forces are coming too.
Yeah. Even though Quire is gone, was still able to get a hold of some of the chieftains there, and well, they know how bad this is. They're arriving later today.
All right.
I
All right.
promised
So we
them
know
a
where our forces is. Oh,
we
go ahead.
promised them a great deal. Bastion, just so everyone knows, he looks at Malcolm, who like you can kind of see through the illusion of the king as he has his feet up. When this is all over, Bastion will be protected under the kingdom. They won't be a part of us, but we have signed an alliance. It's a step in the right direction to treating people from Bastion not as enemies, but as friends and allies. Malcolm will probably say, well, as long as I remain king, I'll do it. Or if I have to give up my power as king, I'm sure your king will come to his senses. So, no other last minute allies? No.
Were we getting Asif or no? Just so I know what to be prepping.
I think if you wanted to, when you were in Kree, you could have gotten Asif.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, their ship was
Cool.
docked. It's not the most protected thing, but there are still druids in Kree who can kind of defend.
All right. Cool. How important do we think flight is gonna be?
I mean,
Extremely.
I don't think. Yeah. I mean, they're gonna have flying
Okay.
troops.
Cool. She can't wear that armor anyway. She's weak as hell. So forgot that I changed her strength score.
Well, if nothing else, let's hope this goes well.
I have a little cheesy mechanics question here, Graham.
Yes.
If you were to cast a spell, and then someone else cast the same spell, would the second casting overwrite the first one?
It depends on the spell.
This is 100% me being a dick having 2 clerics.
Spells, their effects
Heroes
can't stack.
Feast.
No, what would happen is if we did both of them, the first one would go to its full duration, and then the second one would pick up where the first one left off.
Okay.
But that would only, so like say we did it an hour after we did the first one, that means we would have realistically 25 hours worth of a Hero's Feast. Not
Okay. So, not doing that plan. Good to know.
unless Graham wants to rule it differently. But as far as the rules go,
I
I'm
was
pretty sure
just
that's
gonna
how
be a
it's.
dick and basically ask if one of my clerics casts it and I roll really shitty on the extra hit points, can my second cleric cast it and maybe we get better hit points?
I mean,
It's
I
like a really
think
cheesy thing to ask, but you know.
no, that does work because I think when you go by stacking spells, the one with the greater effect is the one that powers through. I'm pretty sure if I'm not mistaken, that's how stacking spells works. S-
What do you think, Graham? If I roll like 2 1s on my 2d10, can I use another spell slot?
I gotta read it.
If not, it's fine. I just figured I'd
Can you
ask.
post it?
Yeah.
Casting an armor, rituals, casting a spell, casting time, bonus, range, components, verbal.
Most people don't have 2 clerics, so they don't ever ask this question.
Taking damage, being a targets, a clear path to targeting Solar's effect. Solar sphere, attack rolls, saving throws,
I'm
skills
just trying to
magic.
figure out how I can be the most helpful.
I would say
here.
a creature can only be under
the-
the effect of one hero's feast.
The effects of different spells.
At a time.
The effects of different spells add together while the
So-
durations of those spells overlap. The effects of the same spell the effects of the same spell cast multiple times don't combine. However, instead, the most potent effects, such as the highest bonus from those castings, apply while their durations overlap.
So, yeah, if you cast Hero's Feast twice, spent 2,000 gold, you could potentially get the better of the hit points.
If they're giving us free spell components, you know?
Still have to mark off the gold. They'll just make sure you get the component.
I don't have any money.
The group has money,
Well, my 2 clerics don't have any money.
but the group does.
Specifically because Thera doesn't own things usually, and Asif is a poor bitch.
Oh, and can I get a 500 gold piece?
Thera
A piece of
has
adamantine
4
worth
gold
500 gold.
pieces.
Worth 500 gold.
Seeing
I think
how
it's a piece of
it's been a
adamantine
few
worth
days, you should put this request that you did talk about this last session. I remember this. I would say after a few days of effort, yes, you were able to get it.
Okay. And while I was in the Coulterstone farm, I would have got the 500 gold for that.
Perfect.
On their character sheets, Thera and Asif have 4 and 5 gold pieces. They're rolling in it.
Love that. They are
Yeah.
so rich.
They're really liquid right now. Yeah, I'll subtract 2,000 gold from Faradir's money because she's the only person who has money. And I'll have us with 2 Heroes Feast that I'll have to figure out when is a good time to cast.
How long does it take to cast it?
Well, it's an hour, but it only lasts for 24 hours. So
Okay,
I don't want to cast it now and then us not fight for a week. But that was my
Exactly.
other thing, is I was gonna commune again and see if we can try and figure out what Isildur's timeline is like. I have so many tabs open with spells, this is gross.
I have so many spells open right now. All cleric spells as well.
Same. But yeah, I could commune and ask, like, is he planning to attack in the next week? The next 2 days? The next 3 hours? Try and
Is
give
he
us a
planning
bit
to
better
attack at
time
all?
frame. Yeah, did he give up?
You know what? Is he just gonna become a farmer for the rest of his life? Maybe.
I hope so.
I would love that for him.
It'd be
do
a
we
more
want-
positive life
Do we want to
direction.
do that? Does it seem like it'd be helpful?
I mean, we can.
Sure, I'll pop down another commune. Also, I did Greater Restoration Belric, so he shouldn't have any exhaustion right now. So he's good to go on that. Yeah, so I'll do a commune. And I'll ask, is Isildur planning to enact his yada yada within the next week?
Yes.
Is he planning to do it within the next 3 days?
Yes.
We plan to do it tomorrow.
Is he gonna do it today?
No.
Okay, so it's not today, but it could be tomorrow or the next day. I felt like asking if it was today was probably more valuable.
Well,
So
I
we
mean,
know if
it-
we're super fucked with me using a bunch of spell slots already.
yeah, indeed.
Okay, so we know it's tomorrow or the next day. Sick.
All right, that is very important information to pass on.
I love talking to a goddess.
You see
So
a
great.
lot of faces of the people you've, befriended over the past 7 months. They're nervous, knowing that they only have at least a few days. Terrifies them.
I see this. Like, are they like visibly shaken?
They're nervous for sure. Yeah.
Um,
Even those who outright have like jokey exteriors are you can see on their faces there is the realization is hitting. There's one thing about planning to defend a place. A lot of talk, but to actually have confirmation that 3 days from now they could be dead is a lot to take in at once.
I'll stand on the table.
Okay.
All right, everybody. I know this is a lot. I know these are odds that no one was planning on fighting in such a short amount of time. But everyone here is here because they're capable. Everyone is. Isildur has had a long time to plan. But none of those plans accounted for us. We cannot let fear stop us now. We're going to do what we all do best. And that's fight tooth and nail for the victory that we need. He has an army, but we have allies. He fights alone. Those demons are not with him. Bane is not with him. He is by himself. Know why you fight. Know what you stand for. As long as you know that, there's no battlefield you can't run into. There's no opponent you cannot face. We're as ready as we're going to be. And we gotta be confident in that. That's it.
Yeah! You hear cheers light up the room. Claps come from all around as everyone is hyped. And inspired. That was so good. All of you get one inspiration die.
Ace.
Woo!
That was a fantastic speech.
Hell yeah.
So, as you all feel this newfound confidence in yourselves, you spend the rest of the day preparing, getting every item you need. Is there anything special you all wish to do for the rest of the day? I know Belric is reading.
Do we want the Heroes Feast tonight or tomorrow night?
I would say.
I mean, if we want to hawk out
I
more
would
gold, we can
say-
have it both, just to be safe. But I'm gonna need to borrow 2,000 gold pieces.
I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you. I just think we should kind of do them like roughly 12 hours apart, just to be safe. Do one. I'll say do one tomorrow evening, and then
But what
do
if it
the next
happens
one at
tomorrow
nighttime.
morning? You know?
Well, then we could do it tonight, and then just do the next one tomorrow. I think we should do that instead
Okay.
of trying to.
Yeah, we'll do one tonight and
rig it.
one like midday tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, you're planning a Heroes Feast.
Yeah, later tonight, but we can do other
Later
stuff
okay.
first.
Anything
Cinti, is there anything you want to do? You've been very. We haven't heard from you a lot today.
Yeah. Do you want to try and get in touch with the Lay? Okay. Is there a way you wish to try and do this, or? You do have the staff that is born of her heart. And the staff is made of it is made of wood. and imbued with the power and magic of the Heart of the Lay. If you cast Speak with Plants and communicate through the staff, go ahead and make. Let me just see here. I want to make sure this is. Yeah, go ahead and make a nature check. With advantage, I would say, actually. Ooh. Roll one more time. You do have advantage. Okay. So as you begin to communicate, you begin speaking to nature through the staff and into the staff, trying your best to communicate to the lay, or Laythinin, or yeah, Laythilin. Kind of close your eyes for a few moments, and all you hear is the rustling of leaves, of wind. You hear a distant sound of almost like an elk creating this loud cry through the woods. And you open your warforged eyes to see what looks to be vines wrapping around the wood of the staff. And then, over top of the vines, you see fingertips appear out of nowhere, and then pulling themselves around the side of the staff, almost out of nowhere. Like they're just apparating into existence. You can see the deer antlers, the pupilless white eyes, and you can see the almost fawn-like freckles of the lay as she pulls herself into existence from the staff. Vines attach to the ceiling and drag her upwards. You have my heart. I will always come if you need me. The lace smiles at you. My grove, the creatures under my protection thrive. There is a great woods here at the top of the mountain. I will make it thrive and fight for you if you wish. Wonderful. You see vines begin to lower her from the ceiling, almost like a swing set underneath her. She softly begins to rock back and forth. And as her strangely human feet hit the wood of the space, She reaches out a singular hand towards you, Senti. Would you like to help? Grab her hand. Vile, with these sharp, almost claw-like fingertips, grabs a hold of your strange, warforged, moss-covered form, and she will whisk you away. Using legendary actions, she can teleport 90 feet anywhere she wishes. And periodically, you will reapparate further up the mountain as you go. Vines will wrap around the two of you as she takes you to the top of the King's Mountain, to the Forbidden Forest. And as the two of you find your way there, immediately you watch as strange plants seem to bloom at her mere vicinity. You watch as ancient owls, hawks, squirrels, and every manner of beast arrive to greet her. She whispers battle plans to them, tells them to gather anything they can to defend this wood, to defend the people that will be running to it in their time of need, and to fight anything ancient that could threaten the space. Between the two of you, you're able to create a vast army of beasts and plants to help defend you through vines and thorns and other strange plants. That's one more ally added to the list. Anything else? I'll take that as a no. So, over the course of the day, you finish up your plans, cast your spells. Belric, it takes you a majority of the day. I would say, yeah, you can definitely make tea from good berries. That would be a delicious tea. Oh, definitely. Plans over good berry tea. That sounds wonderful. Okay. But Belric, you finish your book. Takes you the majority of the day. But the benefits eventually hit you. And you feel more charismatic than you have ever been. Laura, you set up the Heroes Feast for everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. You all...
If Asif's with us, right?
Yeah,
Sick. She's gonna cast it.
gotcha. Asif casts Hero's Feast. Who all is partaking in it?
I can choose 12 creatures.
So there's Gamesh, Asif, Faradir. How am I? You've had four
Yeah, so
characters.
Belric, Senti, Gamesh, Asif, Faradir, Seer, Thera.
Thera. That's what the one I was forgetting.
That's 7. So we can have 5 more people.
Okay.
Who
Um,
else do we want to have it?
Cormith would probably be a good one.
Okay.
He's a paladin. Stradivant? Well, Stradivant's already pretty powerful, actually. I don't think it would benefit him too much. Actually, yeah, Stradivant would like actually kind of want it.
Yeah, sure.
Advantage on wisdom saves would be so good for him.
Yeah, wisdom saves is really
It's
good.
2.
So that's 9.
Adler
Okay,
and
10.
Alana, the 2 remaining
11.
Terra members.
Yeah, and just, someone whose stat block you like, I guess.
Garishtal.
Yeah, does Garrett
Yes.
Tall one in on this?
He doesn't need to eat, but that would have been awesome.
I mean, technically, Senti doesn't need to eat, but I assume just like
Well,
sitting
yeah,
near
actually, you're
it
right.
counts.
Yeah, you're right.
Let Garishal have some
I'm trying to see.
heroes.
So he's immune already to poison, but the frighten. Oh, he's immune to frighten as well. Wouldn't help. Oh, the wisdom might be good. Why not? Garishtal.
Cool. So, for the next 24 hours, we have 9 extra hit points.
Nice. Mark that down.
And that's that's added to our max.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I accidentally put my max HP modifier at 116 rather than my max health override,
Whoops.
which gave me a real funny number
Nice.
in the 200s.
We love.
That sounds right to me.
As a wizard, yeah, that's totally accurate.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. So, nothing else? You all head off to bed. It's hard not to dream and stress about the situation. But Gamesh's words ring in all of your ears. And what normally would have turned into a night of restless sleep, you all sleep very well. The dreams that you have are enjoyable, funny. You see your mushroom companions. You see your homes. You see the good times you've had with each other. So, in the wee hours of the morning, as your long rests fade, there is a sudden and violent shaking of the entire castle. You watch as green light seems to phase through the door, through all of you, awaking all of you at once. Horns blare all around you from every corner of the facility, of the castle. You hear heavy footfalls, and the door bursts open. Adler finds you all. I'm sorry. He's here. He turns and runs. You all quickly get your armor on, grab your weapons, and rush for the door. You all make it just outside of Terranok. The old castle. It's well-worn stone, covered in slight green moss. Its many towers shine bright. You look out over vast armies, numbered in the thousands. Gerishtal stands 50 feet tall against the tree line. And you see in the distance, covered in sickly green light, a massive, inverted mountain, covered with spires, towers. You can see what looks to be small, from this distance, it looks like groups of gnats, small bugs, seem to flock around the entire space, but you know what they are. Demons. Flying about the grand cityscape. Suddenly you watch as the mountain itself seems to gain new light, as that green sickly energy amasses at the bottom of it and creates some strange beam downwards. You watch as again that energy, that green flash, flashes over all of you. Through the base, the castle, through the mountain itself. You see Adler goes to Ascending Stone, begins mouthing off orders to someone, somewhere. You see distant light up ahead, a glint of shining metal, and you see golden wings. Fuck. He's dropping in the army. All the undead. So far 5,000 strong. They're about 3 miles off. Shradovon estimates when they all get down there, maybe we'll have an hour. Tops. Get to your spots on the top of the mountain. He's surely going to be heading there. You see Guilt on another Sending Stone. You hear Adler yell out more orders. Cormith, make sure those clerics are casting Forbiddance right now. All preparations need to be done. Armies are scrambling, and you all are left standing there, watching this horrific sight. To count the numbers is too much. The sight is all I'll leave you with as this session comes to a close. For next session, Isildur will invade the King's Mountain. This is the end.
Oh, I should have asked if it was tomorrow.
He won't even let us sleep.
Well, you got your long rest in. It was just the wee hours of the
Long
morning.
rest, but it's still a dick move.
Yeah. The thing is, he still had to prep himself. He can't just teleport the whole city and be like, I'm here now, and just let you, he has to get his army down.
Yeah.
So, you have time. There's still a few bits of time. I will say, Gamesh, since I see you typing, the last things you hear in your head as you see this sight, you hear Graylin's voice. Gamesh, it is time. Come to me. We must talk. Yeah, that'll have to happen next session. As, yeah, this campaign is coming to a close. It's crazy.
I'm
Thank you
shaking
all.
in my boots.
Thank you all for planning out this whole thing.
Thank you for running it.
No problem. I'm excited to see how this goes. This is, yeah. I've known how I wanted this all to go for a very long time. I never thought I would actually make it to Graylin and Isildur. But
And look at us now.
look at us now. Hey, look at us. Oh, cue the meme. Who would have thought?
Not any of us.
Well, I do have to get going. It is pretty late. I'll see you all next Monday.
Yes. Good night.
Have a good night, all.